I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
You know, I really want to go off on this. I really want to go off on this because there's a few things I want to say. How come nobody is saying let's bring the natural the natural guard, not natural, the nat natural guard to to Minnesota, to St. Paul, to Minneapolis. How come you don't see people talk about man, Donald Trump, man, please send the National Guard. Right. You're right, George. You're right on that. You see, we're gonna talk about it. Now, I'm on Twitter and I'm gonna play you. Well, I'm gonna play part of it. I ain't gonna play all of it. The last moments of this person's of the shooter's life. Okay? The last video he ever did, I say he, before he went ahead and did what he did. It's really an 11-minute video, but let me go ahead and play it.
Here's my note to my family and shit. Wow, some English writing. Wow. Hope you can read that. Yeah. Um, Peace, love, unity, and guns. Baka, baka, my brata.
Now, what's so sickening, right? Now, I'm not going to show it on YouTube. I'm not going to show it. He's over here, writing a suicide note, a self-deletion note, I should say. He's playing with bullets on his bed. I think that appears to be his bed. Just see sheets and stuff. So I'm assuming that's a bed. And he's saying a lot of things. I'm not going to sit here and I'm skipping along because I don't want to see all that. Yeah, he playing with Mad Magazine,
The Woker, baby.
a gun magazine. I'm talking about. How you gonna put "I love you" on a gun? I mean, come on.
Where's your fucking god now? Smoke extra thick.
A smoke bomb. I'm not gonna play all that. I'm not gonna play that. Listen, listen. I ain't gonna play that. No, I'm not. I'm halfway in there. I'm not gonna play the rest of it. That's no. I'm good. But my thing is, where is the National Guard? The same people who were clapping their hands about, oh, Donald Trump is sending the National Guard to Washington, D.C., which I gotta say, Donald Trump is legal for Donald Trump, the president of the United States, legal for the president to put National Guard inside of the District of Columbia. All right, it's his right. He has the right to do that. But to sit there making threats to send it to Baltimore and Chicago, okay. Well, what happened? You see all these people talking about crime. Well, crime is going down because Donald Trump making crime going down. Okay, well, send all the troops. Send some of the National Guard people to Minneapolis. Send it to St. Paul. Okay, do that because we do have a school shooting, mass shooting. People who we do have mass shooting ever since 1967. Oh yes, the very first mass shooting in recent times started in 1967 in Austin, Texas, at the University of Texas. They made a movie about that. The guy had a sniper rifle, and he stayed on that tower, sniping people right and left. Then the next one happened in 1980. I want to say 87, 88. The Luby restaurant shooting. Then the other one came. Then later on came Columbine, and then ever since Columbine, it's been a regular occurrence. It's been a regular occurrence, and nobody don't want to talk about the origins of why these mass shootings is happening. Now I know what the 1967 school shootings was about. I know about I know about the shooting in Montreal, Canada, in 1988 or 89. I think that's it. I think it happened around New Year's, so once 88 and 89. The Montreal shooting, Canada, Columbine, Virginia Tech in 2000. I forgot when Virginia Tech was 2007, 2006, around there. I want y'all to think for a minute. There is a current theme in each of these shootings, and nobody don't want to talk about it because we don't want to make these people mad. The problem is, and I know people say, "What about Elliot Rodger?" Let's add Elliot Rodger into it. You see, there is a current theme, and there is a reason why I left out Elliot Rodger, because it's be too much on the nose. But notice every shooting, mass shooting, is always revolve around, I'll let you figure it out. I'll let you figure it out what it is. Because, oh, Big J's the bad guy. Oh, Big J is a simp. Oh, Big J's being blue pill. Oh, Big J is being arrogant. Telling the truth is not being arrogant. If you can sit there and you see a pattern happening, then you can't no longer say it's a one-off or it's a something that is it's not a one-off, it's not an isolated incident. Okay? It's not. So if President Trump got the guts, then he need to deploy the National Guard to the St. Paul, Minneapolis area. Because little children has been terrorized. Little children has been traumatized by this action. It's hard to think when you got people over here praying inside a church, praying for the beginning of their school year, only to meet their last. People up in the church pews minding their own business. And I want to say something too while we having at it. And some other content creators said it, but I'm gonna say that I'll say it over here. How come this shooter is not called a thug? How come this guy, this woman, or whatever this person is, how come this shooter is not called a thug on CNN? How come this person not called a thug on Fox News? How come an MSNBC, a CBS, ABC, and all these cable news networks never called this person a thug? Why is that? But if that was a black person, that THUG word will be said over and over and over again. Oh, he's a thug. He's a gangbanger. You're hearing them stupid ass conservatives use that term. He's a gangbanger. Where his mama at? Where's his father at? They came from fatherless homes. Wait a minute. Where is? Wait, hold on. Right. The shot. Uh-oh. The cop who shot Ashley Bonnet was called a thug. Right. Well, it wasn't Ashley Bonnet. Bobby, what was she one? Who's at the Capitol? And George, I don't know, George, I'm about to do a video on that. I'm about to do a video on that comment you just made. I'm in the editing process. And say it again, I'm in the editing process of that video because Kelly Ray said something in my comment section, and I'm going to have to tell her, like, you got to pick a side. You want safety or you want liberty? You can't go. You can't sit there and talk about you a Trump supporter. Put your hand over your heart and say you pledge an allegiance, and then willfully ask for, and then keep reminding me about Chicago. Not understanding there are more violence in the South. There's more violence in the South than it is in Chicago. But because, and what she needs to realize, you up in a Democratic state. You up in Michigan. You up there in the Midwest where you have either a black mayor or a black governor. Or a black lieutenant governor at that. And she acts like she can't understand what the hell going on. Everybody else can sit there and see it. But you know what? I'm gonna talk about that on my pre-record video. I'm gonna try to release that video by this afternoon. Get that video out here by this afternoon because I recorded it Monday. I recorded around Sunday or Monday. Yeah, it was Monday when I recorded it. I think. Yeah, I think it was Monday. So I might as well just go ahead, and do this pre-record video because I'm gonna ask her a question. Do you want liberty or do you want safety? You can't have both. Not if you don't see the danger of a president sending National Guard troops to solve a local problem without the permission of the mayor and the governor of that state. See, I'm about to go off on that. She needs to explain that. But back to this, right? How come though this person not called a Doug? How come the shooter? And I'm not saying the name of the shooter. I'm not gonna say the name of the shooter because for obvious reasons. It's not because I don't know who to call this person by the real name or by the name that he or she call herself after the surgeries. I don't want to get into that, right? That's why I ain't mentioning the name. It starts with an R. You figure it out. You figure out who this person I'm talking about, who committed this act. And I'm watching the video, and watching the video, this 11-minute video of this person, and that's why you had this white overlay up because it's on my Twitter. It's on my Twitter feed. I'm watching on my Twitter feed. That's why I have this. The big J2X in my Cash App on top. I'm not trying to sell or I'm not looking for donations. I just did this as a way to cover up what I'm watching. So it's there. But anyway, the point is, right? I'm watching this 11 minutes of this person explaining. No remorse, no one of the craziest shit in the world. The planning of this. Putting guns in it, putting bullets, not guns, putting bullets into the magazine. Writing the words "I love you" on the rifle. No, I mean on the magazines, I should say. And I'm like, all humanity is lost. I'm looking at this with such I don't know what to say it. I'm looking at it and I'm very troubled. By watching the 11-minute video, I'm troubled. Hold on. trouble watching this. But yeah, where all these white conservatives talking about? Oh, he's a thug. Where's all these? You know what? They never called Dylan Roof a thug when he shot those black people in that church. How come Dylan Roof was not called a thug? How come Dylan Roof, who burnt the American flag? Yeah, I'm about to go off on this one. How come there's pictures of? I should do a separate video on this, but Dylan Roof is burning an American flag. Where are the laws for that? And you know, I said this on TRS last night. I said this on Talk Real Solutions last night. I said the flag burning rule. Hey, that's not for patriotism's sake. No. The flag burning, you know, executive order is put in place to punish the Muslim community, the Muslim and Arab community. That's what this is. That's what that's really about. Because every time I open my social media page, is always some rage baiting conservative talking about, you see the Muslims are taking over America. They're taking over. We're about to have a Muslim mayor of Minneapolis. We got a Muslim mayor of such and such city, or New York City, in any other city. And because of the war in Gaza is so, you know, is out there. Right. It's for forget about the Epstein files. Right. Forget it. Yes, that's what it is, George. It's about what about the Epstein files? It's kind of like when Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones on the Men in Black. They try to use all these other cases as, you know, look into this pen. You wipe somebody's memory of it. That's what this is. Everybody can be all forgot about the Epstein files, but yet he campaigned on the Epstein files. So all of the Democrats all the Democrats are child touchers, child molesters, and everything else. But you don't, you campaign all over for that. Hollywood, they like to call it. Hollywood, all they do is touch children and, woo, 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 woo. We're campaigning on that. We're gonna open up the Epstein file as soon as Trump names in the Epstein file. We got to, talk about something else. We got to bring something else up. We got to bomb Iran for it. We got to create a fake ass peace talk with the Russians. We gotta send troops to Los Angeles. We gotta have the National Guard in DC. On and on and on and on. On and on and on and on, and nobody don't want to sit there and be honest. Nobody's honest. And you know what? I'm gonna say something too. This proved that this country is full of is full of stupid people. It's like that time, I was talking to somebody off of here, and he knows who I'm referring to. Me and him had this discussion. Me and this other YouTuber had a discussion. He knows who I'm talking about. and we were talking about the Trump supporters, and and me and him said, man, these got to be the dumbest people on the planet. And the more you listen to the reasoning, why they voted for Donald Trump, and then when Donald Trump does the opposite, it's still we love Donald Trump no matter what. Now, if that was anybody else, y'all have conditions. Y'all say this person is the Antichrist. This person is anti-Christian. You know, he hates blacks. He hates Jews. He hates whites. He hate, fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. You know, whatever group it is, you fill in the blank. If this was Kamala Harris, y'all sit there and say this, that, and third. But since it's Trump, y'all don't care. And that's why I said y'all are dangerous. If you still not cognitive or self-aware or be aware of what's going on, you are just as you are more. See that's why everybody talking about, well, Big J, what about Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that? Donald Trump is not the problem. I'm gonna say this again. Donald Trump as a person is not the problem. Because I always keep talking about Trumpism. Trumpism. Trumpism is not about a man. Donald Trump the man, Donald Trump the person, Donald Trump as a human being is not the problem. The problem is the idea behind Donald Trump. I might do a video on the must steal presidents. See, Donald Trump is a president for the must steal. Donald Trump is the president for the trailer park variety. Donald Trump is the president for the hood. All right, the hood, the niggas with the hood logic. The anti-intellectualism. Call everybody else snowflakes. Oh, you're a snowflake. You're a snowflake. But then jump off the rails. Jump off of rails if somebody says, well, we want to change the logo to Cracker Barrel. You're snowflaking over that. You're snowflaking after what's the other case? You're snowflaking when a woman I know I'm gonna drop that part. That wouldn't make any sense. I'm just gonna use the Cracker Barrel for his instance as the main example. Now that's conservatives being snowflakes. Triggered. No. Nobody's triggered over no Cracker Barrel. Yeah. The biggest snowflakes are concerned. Look at how they act when a character is made black. Yeah. Yo, watch. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now, George. The next Spider-Man movie is about to come, right? Look who are they about to cast as the Green Goblin's what's his name? Osborn. Norman Osborn. Watch it. It's coming. Norman Osborn is gonna be black in the next Spider-Man movie. It's coming. Watch it. You're gonna have people talk about, oh, it's woke this, woke that. I already know what's the name from that TV show Severance. It seems that he might be the next the Green Goblin. Watch it, it's coming. I'm gonna sit here just laugh at the shit. Well, like y'all make MJ into a black woman, and she was traditionally was white. See, the they're snowflaking. They always want to talk about somebody who has blue hair and purple hair. They want to shame, blame, and explain. Now, these are the same people that get online and talk about, yeah, single motherhood, and we voted for Donald Trump because of morality, and because we voted for Donald Trump is because, though, man, we're tired of Kamala Harris giving welfare to single moms. Really? Okay. You don't want Donald Trump to give money to single moms, but Donald Trump created single mothers. Donald Trump's first wife. Donald Trump's second wife. And if he's not careful, Melania, if he would have lost the 2024 election, Melania would have left his ass. See, he ain't going to her by a thread. Single mothers. He made one single mother after another, and yet nobody ain't saying that. Well, make that make sense. And I don't give a damn. I know some clown gonna talk about. Well, Big J, man, he married and divorced her. He married and divorced those two women. Yeah, you're right. Being a divorced person is different than being a single father who never been married. But at the same time, it's still a woman's no longer married to the man who fathered her children. Just because he want a new model, a newer and better looking wife. But yet y'all want to talk about morals and Christianity and all that foolishness. I want to hear that. I don't. So I'm gonna get off of here. I said enough. I'm gonna put that video up. Hopefully, I put that video up before tomorrow. So y'all be easy. And I'll see you next time. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.